Long before the first written alphabets, before history was carved into stone tablets, before libraries and books carried human knowledge, there were symbols, simple shapes, lines, circles, triangles, marks that appeared again and again across civilizations separated by oceans, languages, and thousands of years. Symbols carved into cave walls, symbols etched into temples, symbols embedded into architecture, religion, mathematics, and art. To the modern world, these images often appear decorative, even mysterious. But to the ancients, they were something far more important. They were a language. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. This afternoon, we explore one of the oldest forms of communication humanity has ever known. A language that predates words. A language that speaks directly to the human mind. The language of symbols. Across the ancient world, cultures that had never met somehow used remarkably similar symbols. The circle, representing unity and eternity. The triangle, symbolizing balance and creation. The spiral, reflecting the growth patterns of nature. These symbols appear in Egyptian temples, Sumerian tablets, Greek philosophy, Hindu mandalas, and Native American art. Civilizations separated by thousands of miles, yet somehow speak in the same symbolic language. How is this possible? The answer may lie in how the human mind processes meaning. Words are linear. They must be spoken or read one after another. But symbols are different. A symbol can hold layers of meaning simultaneously. One image, many interpretations. A circle can represent the sun, or eternity, or the cycle of life, all at the same time. This made symbols the perfect tool for ancient teachers and philosophers, because symbols could preserve knowledge in a way that survived time itself. Ancient mystery schools understood this well. In places like Egypt, Greece, and Babylon, knowledge was often transmitted through symbols rather than direct explanation. Students were not simply given answers. Instead, they were shown images, sacred geometry, mythological figures, cosmic diagrams. Each symbol served as a puzzle, a doorway to deeper understanding. The symbol did not merely represent knowledge, it invited the observer to discover it. Perhaps the most famous example of symbolic language is sacred geometry. The shapes that appear repeatedly throughout nature and ancient architecture. The triangle, the hexagon, the spiral, patterns found in seashells, galaxies, flowers, and even the structure of DNA. To the ancients, these patterns suggested something profound, that the universe itself might be structured through geometry, and that symbols could represent the hidden mathematics of reality. Symbols were not just pictures, they were maps. Maps of the cosmos, maps of the human mind, maps of existence itself. But symbols were not only used to preserve knowledge, they were also used to conceal it. Throughout history, powerful ideas have often been hidden in plain sight, encoded into art, architecture, religious imagery, and secret societies. Why hide knowledge? Because symbols allow information to exist on multiple levels. To the untrained observer, a symbol may appear meaningless, but to someone who understands its language, it reveals an entirely different message. This allowed ancient thinkers to preserve ideas that might otherwise have been lost, censored, or misunderstood. A symbol could survive where words could not. Even today, symbols remain one of the most powerful tools of communication. Modern logos, national flags, religious imagery, corporate branding, all rely on the same ancient principle. A simple image can communicate an entire philosophy without saying a single word. The human mind recognizes symbols instantly, often without conscious thought, which raises an interesting question. If symbols can influence how we think, who decides which symbols surround us and what messages they carry? Once you begin to notice symbols, they appear everywhere. In architecture, in media, in culture, sometimes openly, sometimes hidden, each one carrying meaning, intention, and history. The language of symbols never truly disappeared. We simply forgot how to read it. The ancients believed symbols were the bridge between worlds, between the physical and the abstract, between the visible and the unseen. They understood that symbols could express truths that language alone could never fully capture. Ideas about consciousness, about existence, about the nature of reality itself. Perhaps that is why these symbols have survived for thousands of years, because their meaning is not fixed. Each generation rediscovers them, interprets them, learns from them, and adds its own understanding to the story. But the greatest mystery of symbols may be this: they do not simply communicate knowledge, they transform perception. Once you understand the language of symbols, you begin to see the world differently. Patterns emerge where there was once randomness. Connections appear where there was once confusion. History itself begins to reveal hidden layers. And the question is no longer whether symbols surround us. The question becomes, who placed them there? And what message are they trying to send?